focused on before. So, you read it once by yourself. Now we're going to read it, and what I want you to do is, I want you to use a pen to circle any word that you don't know when you're reading it. So, don't do anything yet. Use a pen. I want you to highlight any kind of science or ecology-based words. So highlight any science or ecology-based words. Like if you look here at this example, I highlighted the nitrogen cycle. All right? Highlight any kind of science or ecology-based word. Okay? I want you to circle words that you're not familiar with. And what you need to do is, if you have a question, put it in the margin. Put it in the margin. Are you clear? Yeah. So, let's go through the first one. Let's go through the first of this together. Well, let's start with the title. The nitrogen cycle. Everybody see this?
Yeah.
The nitrogen cycle. How could you take that title and turn it into a question? How could you take that title? Hands. How could you take that title and turn it into a question? Miss King. What is the nitrogen cycle? So write that next to it. What is the nitrogen cycle? What about another question?
What does the nitrogen cycle do?
What does the nitrogen cycle do? So write that. I like that too. What does it do? Mr. Davis.
I was gonna say, how does the nitrogen cycle work?
How does the nitrogen cycle work? Excellent. What does it do? How does it work? What is the point of asking these questions at the beginning?
So you can understand it.
So you can understand it.
Have a better idea what you're going to read about.
So say it again.
Have a better idea what you're going to read about.
So have a better idea of what we're going to read about. Yes, Ms. King.
And so when you look through, you can answer your own questions.
So when you look through, you're looking for certain amounts of information that to help answer your questions. Excellent. If you don't know why you're doing something, what's the point of doing it? Right? What's the purpose? So we're looking for what is the purpose of this reading. All right, so let's go through the first sentence. Ms. Anderson, can you read for us out loud, please? Very good. So which words would I highlight first in this one? Which words would I highlight?
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen? Yeah, I would highlight nitrogen.
Element. Proteins.
Okay, element.
Proteins.
Living things. Nucleic acid.
Atmosphere.
But I also would circle.
Living things.
I'd circle proteins and nucleic acids. But we haven't really gone over proteins. We really haven't gone over nucleic acids. So even though, Makai, we have a general idea about what proteins are, we might have heard it in the news, you might not really know what the scientific word for protein is, right? The scientific definition for protein. Okay? Who can read the next sentence? Go ahead. Okay, so the first part of that sentence, the Earth's atmosphere is about 80% nitrogen gas. I will underline that, because that's important. The Earth's atmosphere is about 80% nitrogen gas. But one question I have is, what makes up the other 20%? Can you see how that? So what makes up the other 20%?
Carbon dioxide.
So that's my question that I would put. It doesn't tell you in here, but some of that we can tap into our prior knowledge. What do we know now that makes up the other 20%? Oxygen, carbon, one more, and hydrogen. Remember our main four. Now you already know, because you know what the 80% is. Now you kind of can figure out, I think the 20% is here, but it's a good question for you to ask and then check to see if you find the answer. Does that make sense? Also, you had a question?
No, I wanted to read the next one.
Oh, also we talked about what is molecular nitrogen. We read molecular nitrogen in there. I would circle molecular nitrogen. Only because I don't know if that's any different than regular nitrogen. Molecular nitrogen. But it's also something I'm not sure about. So do you kind of get where we're going with this? I want you to do that for the rest, the other two paragraphs. So finish these two paragraphs and go ahead and circle the words you don't know. Highlight the science words. I'm going to put the directions as to what I want from you. And then underline some good definitions. Do that now. All right? Any questions before we begin?
Yes, ma'am. What about the first one, nitrogen, the second shot, and,
Okay, so did you see what I did for that one?
I know, but you said out of mine, like,
Okay, so what information are you gonna get from that? You feel like there's a good definition in there?
I thought it was,
Okay. You change your mind?
yeah.
Okay, keep going. You should be doing this silently and independently.